So good day everyone. This is the report of Group 7, which is entitled Information and Communication Technology Integration. So before anything else, I will state here the course outline of this report. First is introduction. Second, we will define what is ICT. Third is the components of ICT. The fourth is the importance of ICT. Fifth is the benefits of ICT. Sixth is the ICT tools and digital technology. And lastly, ICT in technical writing. Today's world is knowledge-based. It totally depends on exchanging information rapidly. Countries that are equipped with the technology and knowledge to participate in the new electronic world are major players in its socio-cultural and economic development. Technology's ability and relevance can support the teaching and learning. ICTs can bring benefits on learner interaction and motivation. So, what is ICT? ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. UNESCO defines ICT as the scientific, technological, and engineering disciplines and the management technique used to handle, transmit information with men and machines. Information and Communication Technology, or ICT, is extensional term for Information Technology, or IT, that stresses the role of unified communications and the integration of telecommunications, computers, as well as necessary enterprise software, middleware, storage, and audiovisual systems, which enable users to access, store, transmit, and manipulate information. ICT can also be defined as anything which allows us to get information, to communicate with each other, or to have an effect on the environment using electronic or digital equipment. What are the components of ICT? ICT encompasses both the internet-enabled sphere as well as the mobile one powered by wireless networks. It also includes antiquated technologies such as landline telephones, radio and television broadcasts, all of which are still widely used today, alongside cutting-edge ICT pieces such as artificial intelligence and robotics. Here are the importance of ICT. Information and communication technologies have been at the heart of economic changes for more than a decade. ICT sector plays to rapid technological progress and productivity growth. So what are the benefits of ICT in education? Number 1, ICT offers support to make school more productive. Number 2, ICT services network allow learners and teachers to save work on their own and share resources with others. 3, ICT classrooms equipment help learners to learn digitally, save pencil paper, and encourage them to involve in classroom activities. 4, ICT services network allow learners and teachers to save work on their own and share resources with others. 5th, learners know how to employ ICT to access to ideas and experiences from a wide range of people, communities, and cultures. And lastly, ICT promotes initiative and independent learning, being able to make informed judgments about when and where to use ICT to best effect. Here are some ICT tools and digital technology. The learning tools before are books and lectures, but in the ICT medium, we use computers, multimedia, and internet. So we have lists down here, the ICT tools that we can use. A multimedia PC or the laptop or netbooks, CDs and DVDs such as digital video, still camera, internet and its tools like emails, browsers, website, search engines, or through chat, or any internet devices. Computer-aided instruction and computer-mediated video or audio conferencing. One of those ICT tools is digital libraries such as ebooks and electronic publications. And lastly, the Microsoft Publishing, such as newsletter, poster, brochure. So how can we use ICT and technical writing? So let's define first what is technical writing. Technical writing is a form of writing used by professionals to explain complex information about specialized topics in a clear and concise way. So, how this technical writing can be used in ICT tools? Here are some ICT tools that can be used in technical writing.
Good day everyone, I'm Cleonor C. Valdez from BS Cream 3-3 and I will discuss the technical writing using ICT tools. First and foremost is the most common software application, which is the Microsoft Word. So Microsoft Word used to make professional quality documents, letters, reports, and more. MS Word is a word processor developed by Microsoft. It has advanced features which allow you to format and edit your files and documents the best possible way. So, what are the uses of Microsoft Word? Microsoft Word enables users to do write-ups, create documents, resumes, contracts, and many more. This is the most commonly used programs under the Office suites. Office suites consist of Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Publisher, and OneNote. So, how to create an Microsoft Word documents? Since all of us use this software application in schools and offices, having proper knowledge of its features is a must. Now, let us read more about the features and components of an Microsoft Word doc file in details. The image given below show the different elements and categories which are available in Microsoft Word docs. We have here the Home tab, Insert, Design, Page Layout, Reference, Mailings, Review, and the View. First is the Home tab. This has options like font color, font size, its style, alignments, bullets, line spacing, and many more. All the basic elements which one may need to edit their documents is available under these tabs. Insert. We have here the tables, shapes, images, charts, graphs, header, footer, page number, and many more can all be entered in the document. They are included in the insert category. So we have video here for more information about the insert tab.
Hi everyone. Today we will learn about the Insert tab. The Insert tab contains various items that you may want to insert into a document. These items include such things as tables, word art, hyperlinks, symbols, charts, shapes, header and footer, text boxes, and many more. You can find the Insert tab next to the Home tab. It has several groups such as Pages group, Tables group, Illustrations group, Links group, Header and Footer group, Text group, and Symbols group. If you are using a different version of Microsoft Word, you might find the content different from this. Different versions of Microsoft Word have different groups on Insert tab. Pages group helps the user to insert a cover page, a blank page, and a page break on their document. A blank page can be added anywhere on the document. A page break is the location where one page ends and a new page begins. The Tables group will help you to insert a quick table or manually create a table. Illustrations group contains command for inserting objects such as picture, clip art, shapes, smart art, chart, and screenshot. Links group shows the hyperlink command which will help the user link the document to another. It will also link the document to a website. Text group includes inserting text box, quick parts, word art, drop cap, and any other object in Microsoft Word 2010. To insert a table, follow these steps. Step 1. Click Insert tab. Step 2. On the Tables group, click Table. And Step 3. Highlight the specific number of rows and columns of your table. To insert a picture, follow these steps. Step 1. Click Insert tab. Step 2. On the Illustrations group, click Picture. Step 3. Find the location of the picture that you want to insert. On my case, it's in my Pictures folder. Step 4. Click the picture. Step 5. Click Insert. To insert a clip art or an online picture, follow these steps. Step 1. Click Insert tab. Step 2. On the Illustrations group, click Clip Art. The Clip Art pane will appear. Step 3. Type the name of the picture that you want to insert. Make sure that you tick the box to search online. Step 4. Select your desired picture. And Step 5. Double-click the picture or click Insert. Those are the things that you need to know about the Insert tab. Use any version of Microsoft Word and insert a table, a picture, and a clip art. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.
Design. The template or the design in which you want your document to be created can be selected under the Design tab. Choosing an appropriate tab will enhance the appearance of your document. Page Layout. Under the Page Layout tab comes options like margins, orientations, columns, lines, indentation, spacing, and many more. Reference. This tab is the most useful for those who are creating a thesis or writing books or lengthy documents. Options like citation, footnote, table of contents, caption, bibliography, and many more can be found under this tab. Review. Spell check, grammar, thesaurus, word count, language, translation, comment, and many more can all be tracked under the Review tab. This acts as an advantage for those who get their document reviewed on MS Word. But we must also use the proofreading method for us to ensure the conciseness and the correctness of our documents. Microsoft Word, apart from all the above-mentioned features, the page can be set in different views and layouts, which can be added and optimized using the View tab on the Word document. Margin and scales are also available for the benefit of the user. So for more information, we have a video here.
Microsoft Word is a powerful word processing program. You can use it to create documents, resumes, newsletters, and just about anything else you can imagine. When you open Word, there's a good chance you'll be taken to the Start screen first. From here, you can access recent documents or create something new, either from scratch or from a template. In this example, we'll click Blank Document. Next, you might want to take a minute to explore the interface and make sure you know your way around. Why don't we begin with the ribbon, which is the collection of tools and features at the top of the screen. The ribbon is divided into tabs like Design, Insert, and Home, so you can easily find what you're looking for. There are also commands on each tab that have been organized into groups. For example, if you look closely at the font group, you'll find it has everything you need to work with text, including options like bold, italics, font color, and size. Some groups even have an arrow in the bottom right corner that you can click to view even more commands. If you ever feel like the ribbon is taking up too much space, you can always hide or minimize it. All you have to do is click the arrow in the upper right corner, then choose the option you want. Also in the upper right corner is a place where you can access your Microsoft account. Here you can update your photo, manage your account settings, or switch to a different account altogether. For help creating documents, take a look at the Tell Me feature. It works just like a regular search bar, allowing you to quickly find the right tool or command. All you have to do is enter what you want, and you'll be given a list of options. You can use the command directly from the menu without having to find it on the ribbon. You can even customize your copy of Word to make certain commands more convenient. Take the Quick Access toolbar in the upper left corner. This area gives you access to frequently used commands like save and undo no matter where you are in the ribbon. To add more commands, just click the tiny arrow next to the toolbar, then choose the ones you want. I'm going to add New and also Quick Print because I use both of these commands pretty frequently. Now let's take a look at the work area itself. That's the space in the center where you'll actually create and edit documents. In this example, I've opened a report that I'm working on. In the bottom left corner, you'll find your current page number and word count. At the top and to the left, you should see two small rulers. These make it easier to adjust your document and control the layout of your text. To show or hide the rulers, go to the View tab, then check or uncheck the box next to Ruler. In the bottom right corner, you'll find a few more tools that let you change the way your document is displayed. Here's what they look like up close. To zoom in or out, click and drag the zoom control. The number next to the slider will tell you what the zoom percentage is. You can also switch between different document views using these three icons. Read mode opens the document full screen. This view is great for reading large amounts of text or simply reviewing your work. Print layout is the default. It shows you what the document will look like on the printed page. Web layout displays the document as a web page. This can be useful if you're actually using Word to publish content to the web. Last but not least, I'd like to give you a quick tour of the Backstage view. You can get there by clicking the File tab. Just look for it on the far left of the ribbon. Here you can access all kinds of information related to your current document and more. This includes commands like New, Open, Save, and Print. All you have to do is click an item, and it'll open in the right pane. This makes it easy to find what you're looking for and review your options all in one place. That covers the basics of Microsoft Word. Now that you're comfortable with the interface, including the Backstage view, the ribbon, and the work area, you're ready to start your first document.
Excel is a popular spreadsheet program created by Microsoft, included in the Microsoft Office suite. It is utilized for organizing, analyzing, and manipulating data. Users can create, format, and manage tables of numerical and textual information arranged in rows and columns using Excel. In Excel, users have the capability to execute a diverse range of mathematical and statistical calculations on their data. Furthermore, they can create visual representations of the data through charts and graphs to enhance understanding. Excel also offers the functionality of using formulas and functions to automate the process of calculations and analysis, streamlining data interpretation and decision making for the users. Excel possesses the capability to manage and process substantial volumes of data efficiently. This feature enables users to work with extensive datasets without compromising performance, making Excel a valuable tool for handling large amounts of information effectively. Excel terminology and components. 1. We have cell, which means a user enters data into a cell, which is the interaction of column and row. 2. Worksheet. These are the different documents nested with a workbook. Third, column and row headings. These are the numbered and lettered cells located just outside of the columns and rows. Selecting header highlights the entire row or column. Formula. Formulas are mathematical equations, cell references, or functions that can be placed inside a cell to produce a value. Formulas must start with an equal sign. Last but not the least, pivot table. This data summarizes tool, sorts, and calculates data automatically. This is located under the Insert tab on the far left.
One of the best things about Excel is the fact that a single worksheet can hold so much information. In fact, you could fill billions of cells if you needed that much room. A file with that much data could get pretty overwhelming, but there's a feature called pivot tables that can help. Pivot tables let you summarize and manipulate your data without actually changing anything in the worksheet. Let's take a look at how they work. In this example, I have some company sales data, with columns for the salesperson, region, account, order amount, and month. And I need to find the answer to a very specific question. What is the amount sold by each salesperson? Because each salesperson has data on more than one row, I'd normally have to add these up in order to find the answer. But a pivot table can do this for us automatically, which will make the task much easier. First, you need to select your data. You can just click any cell if it's formatted as a table. Otherwise, you need to select all the cells yourself, and don't forget your column headers. When you're ready, go to the Insert tab, then click the Pivot Table command. You'll usually want to place your pivot table on a new worksheet, so make sure this option is selected. Then click OK, and a new sheet will appear. Over on the left is our blank pivot table. It's okay that there's nothing there yet. To the right is a list of fields that have actually been pulled from our column headers. This is where we control what is or isn't displayed in the pivot table. But before we continue, let's take another look at that question. What is the amount sold by each salesperson? This question tells us exactly which fields to use to find out the answer: salesperson and order amount. All you have to do is check the box next to the field, and it'll be added to one of the areas below, in this case the rows category. Another method is to drag and drop the field into place. We'll put this one under Values. If we go back to the pivot table, now we can see the information we were looking for. In other words, the amount sold by each salesperson. So our question has been answered just by choosing what fields to include. One of the best things about pivot tables is how easy they are to modify, so you can view and analyze different things. Let's say, for example, that you wanted to know each person's monthly sales, not just their total sales. Just drag the month field down here to columns, and this will add a column for each month in the worksheet. If we wanted to know what each region sold, we could take out the month and salesperson fields and then drag region down to rows. So each time we change the fields, the pivot table is just combining the source data in a different way, so we can view the information we need. And we're doing all this without adding or changing anything in the original worksheet. You can even experiment by dragging the fields into different areas, but some combinations work better than others. For instance, if I move order amount over to columns or rows, you can see that it doesn't really give us any useful data. Since order amount contains numerical values, it really does work best in the values area. Finally, if we click the arrow next to order amount and go to Value Field Settings, we can change the function to something other than sum. Instead, we could count the number of cells, calculate the average, or use any of the other options here. Some of these functions will be more useful than others depending on your data, so that's just something to keep in mind. In our next video, doing more with pivot tables, we're going to talk about report filters. We'll also take a look at slicers and pivot charts, which can give you even more ways to work with your pivot table.
Microscope PowerPoint. PowerPoint is a powerful, easy-to-use presentation graphics software program that allows you to create professional-looking electronic slideshows. Lahat naman tayo is familiar dito sa PowerPoint presentation, and we all know that it is an easy-to-use PowerPoint presentation software to make an interactive and appealing presentation that allows us to create a professional-looking electronic slideshow. Like itong pre-present namin ngayon, it is a PowerPoint presentation. So, I will discuss the features of Microscope PowerPoint. Under sa Home, we can click the slide layout and it provides multiple layouts that we can select depending on anong gusto nating layout ng ating slide presentation. Next is Insert. Under this Insert category, nandito yung videos, audio, images, header, footer, symbols, shapes, and etc. So, it can help to enhance our presentation by adding rich content to make our presentation more informative and visually appealing. Another feature of MS PowerPoint is slide design. Under this, it has various themes using which background color and designs or textures can be added to our slide. So, dito merong mga themes, different background colors na pwede nating i-add sa ating slide to make colorful and more engaging and attractive presentation. Another is animation. Here, we can click the animation kung gusto nating magkaroon ng effects yung ating text, slides, and other contents ng ating slide or presentation natin. So, it can help to emphasize key points, guide our audience attention, and make complex information more digestible. Another topic is Canva. Canva is a graphic design tool that works to simplify the process of digital design. As such, an account can easily be created and everything works either via web browser or on the iOS or Android apps. Just like MS PowerPoint, Canva offers a variety of templates and it has various features na magpapaenggan nyo sa ating presentation. Dito sa Canva, meron ng mga provided na templates. Ang gagawin na lang natin is mag-add tayo ng mga text or mga designs or content na gusto natin i-add sa ating slide. Just like for example, paggagawa tayo ng PowerPoint presentation, ang gagawin na lang natin is pipili tayo ng templates depende sa kung anong gusto nating design. Then, mag-add tayo ng text or i-add natin yung content na ating report. Just like MS PowerPoint, it is user-friendly. We can easily access Canva by signing up through our email account, Google account, Facebook login, and pwede rin nating gamitin or ma-access ang Canva through the use of our mobile phones. And sabi ko nga kanina, Canva can offer or provides plenty of templates. So, best feature of Canva is just like a Google Classroom where teachers can share different design templates, resources, or assignments with their students within their virtual classroom, and they can easily upload images, files, and other materials to the library classroom, where making it easy for the students to access and use them for their projects. And i-add ko lang sa pagkakaiba ng Canva and MS PowerPoint. Si MS PowerPoint is pwede siyang gamitin kahit offline, while si Canva is hindi siya pwedeng gamitin offline. Dapat nakakonect sa Wi-Fi or internet or MyLoad yung ating devices. And that's all, the end of my discussion.
Welcome to Canva. Here's how to create and share inspiring designs. On the left, you'll find everything you can add to your design. Choose from thousands of templates or start from scratch. To begin, just drag and drop a template to your page. The Elements tab has graphics, photos, videos, charts, and more. Upload photos or videos like this. Everything is customizable. Select the object you want to change, and a toolbar will appear above. Let's start with color. Select any element, then click the color tile. Choose any color you like, or pick a color from the design. Double-click to edit text. Then use the toolbar to change size, alignment, or spacing. Find the perfect font here. Let's add some animation magic. Click the page, open the Animate tab, and select your style. On the right, you can download, share to social media, and order professional prints. Sign up to save your design, collaborate with teammates, and so much more. Now, it's your turn.
I am Nasis Jennifer V, BS Criminology from 3-3, and the topic that I will discuss for today is all about ChatGPT. So, how does ChatGPT works? This is an example of a deep learning and technique that is being used to analyze and interpret data. The ChatGPT process is as follows. The user enters a text and uses the internet to read it. Then they can use it to learn. Para mas maintindihan natin is ginagamit ng program ang natutunan nito upang magbigay ng mga sagot sa mga tanong at magsagawa ng mga usapan sa parang tila isang tunay na tao ang kausap mo. So, let's break down how ChatGPT works using its Generative Pre-trained Transformer or GPT and illustrate it with an example. So, number 1. Generative Pre-trained Transformer or GPT. This is the architectural that powers ChatGPT. It's based on a deep learning model through the transformer, which is designed to understand and generate human-like text. The pre-trained aspect means that the model has been trained on vast amounts of text data before it's fine-tuned for specific tasks like conversation or questions answering. Number 2. Specialized algorithms to find patterns within the GPT architecture. There are specialized algorithms that help the model understand and generate text based on patterns it finds in the data it's trained on. These algorithms allow ChatGPT to recognize words, phrases, sentence structure, enabling it to generate coherent responses.
Back in 2022, on the last day of November, ChatGPT was revealed to the world. In a matter of days, it became a viral sensation. But how did that happen? And exactly what is ChatGPT? OpenAI ChatGPT is a chatbot created as an advancement in the artificial intelligence industry. Behind its knowledge lies a massive amount of data, including books, articles, and web pages. ChatGPT doesn't just store all this data, it analyzes it. Basically, it thinks and acts like a human. It can understand various requests, effectively communicate in 90 different languages, and even recall details of an ongoing conversation. And then it runs past the competing tools by being accessible for free. There are thousands of examples of how to use ChatGPT already. You can make it write a cover letter for a new job, ask for an essay, give it a math problem. You can give ChatGPT a snippet of programming code to fix, and it will find the issue. Besides technical questions, you can go the creative route too, and request a poem in the style of Shakespeare. ChatGPT will come up with perfectly rhyming lines. So, what if you ask it to come up with a way to hack a website? It will say no. But here's the issue. While ChatGPT can decline harmful requests, it's not foolproof. There already have been ChatGPT examples of people getting around the restrictions with creative prompts, which could lead to things like cybercriminals exploiting the system to create ChatGPT malware. It's only natural that such a technological advancement will bring problems alongside solutions, and questions alongside answers. Will ChatGPT replace Google? Will it take over human jobs? That's a topic for another time.
Now, let me discuss to you what is Google. Google is an internet search engine. It uses a proprietary algorithm that's designed to retrieve and order search results to provide the most relevant and dependable sources of data possible. Next is Gmail. Gmail was opened to the general public in 2007, while it's still officially in its beta stage. One of the primary appeals of Gmail was that it gave users an email address that was independent in any particular service provider. So ayun, sa Gmail, nagkakaroon tayo ng sarili-sarili nating Gmail, which is, one example of this is juandelacruz@email.com or juandelacruz@30@email.com. Basically, sa Gmail, isang Gmail is sa isang tao, hindi siya nauulit sa iba't ibang tao. Thus, sabi niya, thus making it easier to maintain a permanent address. In addition to this, the service offered an unprecedented 1 gigabyte or 1 billion bytes of free email storage spaces, although users were also presented with advertisements based on keywords that the Google search engine found in their messages. So, ito, ang napansin ko lang din talaga sa Gmail, yung sa akin mismo, my experience is, nung napuno yung 1 gigabyte or yung 1 billion bytes ko sa Gmail is, hindi ka na makaka-receive ng new Gmail messages, which is kailangan mo rin mag-delete ng mga hindi mo kailangan.
In this video, you'll learn how to format an email, including parts of the email, what to capitalize, where to leave spaces and empty lines, and how to do the optional signature block at the end. Here's an example of an email that's formatted correctly. Let's look at the parts of this email. First, we have the subject. The subject is like a short title that tells your reader what your email is about. Then we have the salutation, where you're saying hello to your recipient. In the body of the email, you write your message. Then you have your closing, where you sort of say goodbye. Then you have your electronic signature, which is your first and last name. And then at the bottom, sometimes there is an optional signature block. You don't need a signature block, but many people use them, and you might also want to have one. Let's now talk about what to capitalize in your email. First, let's talk about what to capitalize in your subject. We capitalize subjects like we capitalize a book title. But what do we capitalize in book titles? We capitalize the first word, the last word, and important words. How do we know if a word in a title or an email subject line is important? Nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs are important words in a title and should be capitalized. Here are some examples. People, like teacher, boy, and parent. Of course, there are many hundreds of other words that could be people. Places, 3 examples are school, city, and library. Things, like book, homework, idea. Actions, like run, ask, need, or help. Adjectives, like sick, easy, great. And adverbs, like not, very, and always. What about words that are not important and should not be capitalized? These include articles, conjunctions, or prepositions that are 3 letters or shorter, like these: and, but, by, for, or, in, if, out, of, off, so on, a, and they. These are examples that are used often, but of course there are many other words that are not important in titles and should not be capitalized. Now we've talked about what to capitalize in a subject. What about the salutation? In a salutation, capitalize the first word plus all nouns. Let's look at some other examples of email salutations. Here we have Dear Hiring Manager, Dear Professor Smith, Dear Board of Directors, Dear Mom and Dad, and Dear Sophia. There are 2 types of email salutations. The first 3 examples that we see here are formal salutations. At the end of a formal salutation, the punctuation you use is called a colon, or the 2 dots that you see used at the end of our first 3 examples. You need to use a formal email salutation when you're writing emails with job applications, emails to leaders in your company, school, or community, and emails to other people in higher positions. The other type of email salutation is an informal salutation, like the last 2 that you see here. At the end of an informal salutation, the punctuation you use is a comma. Informal salutations are used when you write to friends and family, people you see daily or often, and sometimes to teachers or professors. It depends on the culture and the relationship you have with the person, just as any email salutation does. So we've covered what to capitalize in the email subject and salutation. Now let's talk about the closing. In the closing, you capitalize only the first word. The second word in a closing should not be capitalized. Here are some examples of other email closings that are formal, professional, and will work in almost any situation. Best regards, sincerely, thank you, best, yours truly, and respectfully. Now we've reviewed capitalization, let's look at where we need to leave empty lines and spaces in your emails. First, leave an empty line after your salutation. Always leave empty lines between paragraphs. Leave 1 empty line before your closing and 1 empty line after your closing. Notice, you do not need an empty line or a comma after your electronic signature. Now let's talk about the optional signature block. The signature block contains contact information about the sender as well as information like the sender's website, YouTube channel, or other professional contact information. Here's example 1 with the name, email, website, and YouTube channel. Here's example 2. You have the person's name, phone number, position or job. Notice after the job you have the company, and between those 2 a comma. Finally, after that you have his mailing address at the bottom. Here we have example 3 that's very similar to example 2, except that the company name and the job or position appear on 2 different lines, so we don't need to separate them with a comma. Here we have example 4, a signature block of a university student, where you have the person's name, phone number, position, which is student, and his university.
Another Google application that is related to Google is the Google Drive. Google Drive is a free service from Google that allows you to store files online and can access them anywhere using the cloud. Google Drive also gives you access to free web-based applications for creating documents, spreadsheets, presentations, and more. And how does Google Drive works? Google Drive doesn't just store your files. It also allows you to create, share, manage documents with its own productivity apps. If you've ever used a suite like Microsoft Office, some things about Google Drive's apps might seem similar. Another one is you can store documents, spreadsheets, presentations, forms, and even drawings. Google Lens. Google Lens is a set of vision-based computing capabilities that can understand what you are looking and use that information to copy or translate text, identify plants and animals, explore locales or menus, discover products, find visually similar images, and take other useful actions. So sa Google Lens naman, para siyang bagong feature din siya ng Google wherein with the use of your camera, tapos parang i-capture mo lang yung gusto mong i-search using pictures, tapos siya na maghahanap para sa iyo. Magkakaroon ng iba't ibang results yung picture or something na kinapture mo. Depende na lang din kung gagamit ka, kung ang kailangan mo is itra-translate mo ba siya, i-copy mo ba yung text, or magsa-search ka ba for, sabi nga, for menus and other things. So, how does Google Lens works? Google Lens compares objects in your picture in two other images and ranks those images based on their similarity and relevance to the objects in the original picture. Lens also uses its understanding to object in your picture to find other relevant results from the web. Lens may also use other helpful signals such as words, language, and other metadata of the image's host sites to determine the ranking and relevance.
Did you know 30% of the neurons in the cortex of the brain are for vision? It's true. Humans process much of the world visually. Computers, on the other hand, don't. Or at least they didn't. Until recently, if you wanted to do a search for something you saw, you had to come up with the right words to type into the search bar. Sometimes it's easy. Purple flower, spiky leaves. But other times, we don't really know how to articulate what it is we're looking at. 4-person bicycle with thing on top? And that's where Google Lens comes in. It lets you instantly search what you see without having to perfectly describe it first. Look, it's a ruby-throated hummingbird. But how does it know? When Lens looks at an image, it pays very close attention to all the details. It notices shapes, colors, textures, and shading. But what's instant and easy for humans is actually very difficult for computers. Lighting and shadows can affect shapes and colors, which in turn affect the data Lens has to work with. And sometimes a muffin can look like a chihuahua, and a puppy can look like a bagel. Have you ever done one of those spot the difference puzzles? That's what Lens is doing. But it's actually more like spot the similarities. And instead of comparing two pictures, Lens compares one to about 15 billion to determine that this object is most like these other objects, which it turns out is a dog, not a bagel. But you don't always search something just to see more pictures of it. You want to know what it is. That's where the knowledge graph comes in, a collection of billions of facts about people, places, and things. The knowledge graph understands relationships between objects, so it can help us understand and label them. And in this case, tell you that this particular dog is called Finnish Spitz. Lens is always working to help you search in more natural and intuitive ways. Soon you'll be able to point Lens at something and ask questions about what you see, making it even easier to get help with objects in the world around you. We should always be able to learn about whatever we're curious about, even if we don't quite know what we're looking at.